on day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayers' job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So, a couple things. I want to discuss this stuff because it's getting worse and worse. The entitlement, the threat of looting and things like that at grocery stores. That particular one right there, it is the American taxpayers' job to take care of my kids? Huh? You got to be kidding me. My job is to take care of my family. U.S. government takes taxes out of me killing myself, working all the time, and I don't get to see my kids because I'm working all the time to provide for my kids. And they take a percentage of my money to take care of your kids. Here's an idea. Get a fucking job. I'm sick of it. I am sick of this shit. I bust my ass, and so do you guys. You guys watching this right now. I'm done. I've got a lot of clips here for you guys because I'm seeing more and more of the mentality is that we have to take care of them. I see the videos on it's human rights to have food and water. No, it's not. There isn't a law in place that anybody is entitled to food and water at all. You know, the U.S. government is one of the few countries that actually do have the supplement nutrition, the SNAP program. I can't think of the name of it because I'm not on it. It's a supplement program to help people, not to make a lifestyle on it and not to be entitled to. I don't owe you shit. And here's a phrase from most of the people that are going to be watching this. Ain't my kids. There we go. So we're going to go and move on. I got a lot of stuff here, guys, I want to cover with you. I will be breaking up and discussing this stuff we are seeing here.
Look at the EBT community. This EBT member is mad at Donald Trump because he is cracking down on abuse. Let's watch.
So Trump is cracking down on food stamps. If you've been on food stamps, you're now going to have to do 15 hours a week of community service.
Oh no, what will you do with all your free time while your kids are in school? Oh no, 15 hours of community service and a 40-hour work week would be ideal for me too. Oh no.
In order to continue to receive food stamps, okay? 15 hours a week. Can you believe that?
No, because if it was up to me, I would require you to volunteer 80 hours a week. If you're getting it for free, why should you be given any type of preference over a hard-working individual who's barely making it?
I'm going to have to go out here. Even though I don't work, okay, this is my time that they're asking me to use.
It's our money that you're using.
I'm going to have to go out here and do 15 hours a week to continue to get my $4,200 in food stamps for my 7 kids.
The fuck did you just say? $4,200 for 7 kids? Are you fucking kidding me?
Unreal. Like, I have the time in the day to even attend to anything like that, right? And then on top of that, I also heard that if your child is 7 years of age or older, you're not going to receive food stamps anymore. So what am I going to do about all of my kids that are over age 7?
I think I speak for everyone when I say go get a fucking job.
Okay. So since I've gotten so much feedback on my video about 15 hours of community service, I'm going to break it down to you very simply why I'm so against it, okay? First of all, I already have to take care of my 7 kids, okay? That is my service. Okay, that's me contributing to society. Why would I go to a place and have to do mandatory hours when they can control when I have to show up? They can control which days a week I have to do those hours. They can control whether or not I can use my phone during those hours. Those are 3 guidelines that I'm not willing to comply with. I don't care, and that should not put me at risk of losing my $2,700 in food stamps at all. So y'all are sitting here jumping down my case because I'm like pretty much on strike for doing these 15 hours.
Okay, that one there's a doozy. Now I did hear about, food stamp, assistance were going to require people to, do community service or at least have a job like up to 15 hours to 20 hours a week. This lady here blew me away with a $4,200 is what she was claiming for 7 kids. That's more than I bring home a month working overtime as a structural welder and iron worker. And I'm killing myself every day. Later, she rebuttal said it was $2,700. Don't know. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of taxpayer money there. But the entitlement of we're required to work 15 hours a day, her contribute to society's taking care of her kids. No, that's called being a parent. I'm trying to watch my language. It is late. It's like 3 a.m. Whoa. It's called being a parent, taking care of your kids. That's what that is, not your community service. Don't worry, guys. There's going to be much more here. One of the things I do want to address is that I saw some videos where people were crying on TikTok, what am I going to do? How am I going to feed my kids? Welcome to survival living. One of the biggest things I teach is catching your own food. I don't know how many times I have shown going out to the bridge, and I work a full-time job, and I'm up all night making sure I get food put back for me and my family. I don't have food stamps. In other words, I work my ass off, and what free time I do have, I'm out there doing more so I can feed my family. So when I see people up there crying about how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that, I don't give a shit. Should have thought about that instead of milking the system. You need to be more self-sufficient, self-reliant. Anyway, let's get back into it because I know there's going to be haters. I really don't care.
Hey, here's a message to all you grocery store chains out there in the United States. You know they're talking about robbing y'all in November because if the food stamps aren't on their cars, they're just going to come in there and take y'all. So my suggestion, lock the doors, make them order all their food online, have it delivered curbside or have it delivered to their house. Don't even let their in the stove.
I like that idea, actually, because that's the talk. They're just going to load up shopping carts, run out the store. They've actually making threats on TikTok and other social media platforms. If a worker steps in the way, they'll have their husband knock them out and all this good stuff. Yeah. Don't open the doors. There you go. Guys, we need to go do your shopping, stuff like that. Do it now. Get ready for it. Personally, I think there's going to be a Hail Mary that comes through and food stamps will be turned on November 1st. But as a prepper, we prepare for everything. This right here, I wouldn't recommend being at any Walmart or Safeway or wherever grocery store during this time. And that's going to be the first, when food stamps get turned on. It's not just going to be November 1st. And to think that these people are not just going to be stealing food, they're going to be, if they're already in there, they're going to be stealing everything. I don't know how many times I've seen people breaking into Walmarts and stuff, running down the road with sneakers and stuff when a hurricane comes. Yeah, welcome to Florida. So I like that idea because if you have money on your food stamp card, you can order your groceries. They will have curbside, which means it's already been paid for, and they'll bring it out to you. Doors locked. Sounds like a reasonable plan to me. My thoughts. I like that. That guy had a great idea. Moving on.
Here's the thing. Next month, when there's no more EBT, when there's no more food stamps, people are going to get desperate. People have been losing their jobs. People have been losing their homes. Cars are more expensive than they ever have been. Everything is more expensive than it ever has been. And there's going to be people in the stores who are stealing basic supplies. And when you see those people, no, the fuck you didn't, okay? Because people have a right to feed themselves. Period. Full stop. I don't place conditions on that. People have a right to food and water. Full stop. Food and water. Full stop.
Full stop. People do not have a right to food, do not have a right to water, do not have a right to steal stuff because assistance programs are cut off. And when people say, and I have more videos up about people telling workers and people to look the other way, even threaten, workers, is your job worth it? Is it worth it? And all this other stuff. Let me break this down for everybody. When people steal out of a store, you, me, the people with money that works their asses off on a job, we take the repercussion on that. In other words, the prices of stuff go up. Your value drops on your dollar. So now you're working more hours, paying more for items because other people are stealing it and not paying for jack. So when people say, and there will be videos of, you didn't see nothing, don't say nothing, you're a piece of crap if you say something. I'll tell you right now, if I happen to be at that store and you decide that you're going to try to make a mad dash run for it, I'm putting you on the ground. Because what you do, stealing from the store, affects me and my family too. Because I'm the one that's got to save up more money to buy the essentials that I need, busting my ass because you're a piece of shit. There we go. Next one.
And please, remember, they don't pay you a lot. Is it worth it?
Everybody keep calling and texting me and inboxing me like, Bella, we ain't getting EBT next month. Well, I'm going to be at the store stealing. Because me and mine ain't going hungry. So if we go to prison, nigga, we go to prison. Whoop-de-doo.
Everybody going around saying that motherfuckers ain't getting food stamp next month. Mind you, bitch, I'm on food stamp. Let me tell you this right now. Donald J. Trump, I don't know what the you got going on in that house of yours, but bitch, you better fix it. Just because your ass going through some shit don't mean you gotta take it out on everybody else, bitch. Fix this shit right now. Let me not get my food stamps. Let me not get my food stamps. I'm going back to stealing. I don't care. If you leave your car unlocked in the middle of the night, lock it, bitch. Because if I don't get no food stamps, best believe me and mine's gonna eat. Bitch, because if I don't get no food stamps, best believe me and mine's gonna eat.
Well, there's a multiple of their prison they don't care about. Making threats. Is it worth it? Well, that one looked like a jit anyway, so I ain't worried about him either. The last dude, if I don't get my food stamps, I'll steal a car. Lock up your cars. Yeah, guys, make sure your stuff's locked up. Make sure you're strapped too. You can tell by these videos, these people are popping. They're off in their freaking head. They are that entitled. That's how they think. That the government owes them. For what? I don't know, because they haven't done shit. Now, I'm not talking about seniors, elderly, people that's had their arms blown off and shit like that rely on this stuff. They cannot enter the workforce. I mean, physically cannot. Or the elderly that's already done 40 to 50 years of hard work and they get their Social Security check and they ain't jack, or their disability check, and it's not enough to cover the bills because of inflation and everything else that's been building up in this country. Yeah, they definitely need some type of supplement assistance program. They do. But when you see the videos of these people bragging of $1,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and they're on social media bragging about this stuff, and they're buying all name brand products. I can't afford name brand products, and I bust my ass every single day, but they get to use our taxpayer dollars for that. Yeah, there needs to be a reckoning. There really needs to be a reckoning, and it needs to happen. They need to make stronger restrictions or more in-depth processes, drug testing, all that stuff on people falling for this stuff, because there's way too much fraud going on with it. So let's go and move on to the next.
And when people start stealing because they're cutting food stamps, I'm gonna just look the other way.
And if you work in a grocery store, you are still going to get paid that hourly wage, whether somebody takes that food or not. Mind your fucking business.
I've already spoke on that. Yeah, hourly workers, stuff like that. If you see something, yeah, I mean, that's your job, is to keep the prices down for actual paying customers that are actually having to do all this stuff, and so they can feed their family. So yeah, you stealing, that affects you, that affects me. These people want to play games. It goes both ways.
I'm trying to make sure I heard this right. Trump said all the groceries is free now. That's what I heard. Well, you take from us, we take from you. Thank you.
You take from us, we take from you. Taking what? Charity? Because that's what it is. Most of the people on these systems that are abusing them like this, it's a charity for them. A lot of them have never worked a damn job in their life. They've just been trained that this is what they get. If you take from us, we take from you. Well, there is one thing about the United States. We have the biggest prison population in the world, if I am correct. We have enough prisons to hold, I think, everybody in the United States. I could be wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty close. You want to F around and find out? Hey, go for it.
All I know is if they stop my food stamps, me and my man will be at the grocery store walking out with two big ass carts, and ain't bet nobody better do nothing, because my man coming hard behind me, and it only take him one time to punch your ass.
One time to punch your ass. Felony, depends on what state it is, over $300 to $500. I think it's pretty much anything over $500 is a felony record. Now you got assault or battery. Great plans, great plans.
Starting next month, if you work at like a grocery store or anywhere that sells like, you know, food like that you can get with stamps, and you see somebody taking food for their family, their kids, and you tell on them, then you are a lame, brown nosing, boot licking little biatch. Okay? If your loyalty is to a $1 billion company over your community, your friends, your neighbors, your family, then you suck. Because starting in November, if this shutdown is not taken care of.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video right there. If you tell, you suck. If you tell on people for stealing, you're lame, you're a boot-licking, whatever it was that she was saying. She probably studied that for a while so she could actually say that correctly. And you're protecting the $1 billion companies. You're not looking out for your community, your friends, your family. Actually, anybody stopping theft in the stores that you shop at is looking out for their community. They're looking out for their friends and family, because just like I said, when you steal from the store, I gotta pay for it. Again, I'm already paying for your damn food stamps as it is. Now you're gonna go steal shit, and I gotta pay more on that too. Loss prevention. Prices go up because you steal. Anyway, guys, comments, definitely hit it up. Let me know what you think. Me, I'm sick of it. I am tired of killing myself for entitlement crap. I am. Do I believe there should be a food stamp system? Yes, but I believe that need to work on what foods are being bought. I mean, like I said, guys, most of the foods that you see that are being purchased, and they have studies on what is actually being purchased, it's name brand stuff. It's not stuff from Great Value and stuff like that. It's top of the line shit that I know I can't afford, even working my ass off, working as many jobs as I can, and I get paid pretty good as what I do for a living. And I can't afford that, but boy, they can. You know, there was a study that the #1 item purchased with food stamps in the United States come up to like $9 billion. Anybody know what that one item is? Soda. #1 item purchased for food stamps in the United States is soda. $9 billion. Makes you wonder. All right, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. And I'm going to finish this video up and eventually get some sleep. Speak to y'all later.